Wow.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome. It's the Curt and Jen in the Morning podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking.
Yes.
And all the other things.
Subscribing. I was looking at some of the ways that you could do it on the different platforms. Mm-hmm. And there's like the follow button on Spotify.
You can
there's
do that.
the subscribe button on YouTube, which doesn't mean you're paying money. Like, I feel like that when you hit subscribe, it's like a connotation that you're going to have to pay money, and you do not.
No, we don't want your money yet.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Just a special thanks to Corey and Pat, and there's a few others of you that have been sharing us with your social community, and that's a way for us to grow our show.
Right.
So seriously, thank you so much.
Corey and Pat, both of you, and anybody else that's been sharing as well and passing things along. Speaking of which, we have had a lot of interaction recently with, some of the things that you say you expect people are going to pipe in on and share their stories about. And sometimes you just say something, people are like, hey, what about this? And we want to recognize and follow up on some of the things we've been mentioning with what we have heard back from you.
Let's start out with the, what was it? The massage parlors.
This is when your boyfriend, Pat, you were driving past massage parlor, and
no, it wasn't a massage parlor.
Okay, you were driving past his place, and he said, "I
offers massages.
I got to tell my boy about this. I got to tell him about this place." Yeah, and that led us to saying, "Well, are all of those massage places called massage parlors, or does that give the connotation of seedy,
happy ending kind of place,
close to the airport type of thing?"
So Debbie, she commented on the show and said, no, it is not, in all caps, not a massage parlor. It is also not a massage bed. It's the massage table. Typically, a relaxation massage is at a spa. If it's a therapeutic massage by an LMP, licensed massage practitioner,
right,
it's simply an office. It's just like going to the doctor's, like a physical therapist or a chiropractor. So it's a massage office.
Or a spa.
If it's relaxation, like I'm going to just go.
Well, that's what you do when you go for a massage. That's what you're trying to do, right?
I've gone to a massage therapist and gone to an office as well.
Have you gone to a massage parlor?
No, I have not. Right. Curt, have you?
I have not, but there's still time. We were talking about, somebody said, you know what? It's always okay to take the pen. I don't even know why this came up. I never thought about this.
I have, because I did.
To take the pen from the restaurant. You're done with your meal. Server comes over. Here you go. Credit card, You sign your name. Do you keep that pen or not? And I was like, why would you even consider that? And then Jen's like, excuse me.
I have, because sometimes if it writes really well. Mm-hmm. But then Sonia put me in my place.
She said if the pen has the restaurant's name on it,
then ask.
Ask, and I'm sure they're fine with it. If it doesn't, don't take it, because servers supply their own pens.
So I'm not taking pens anymore.
Okay.
Thank you, Sonia.
That's fine. You didn't know.
Can we talk about toilets now?
That was another funny one.
So
I saw that.
Yeah, you bought a toilet, or what?
No, I was just in Lowe's shopping around, and they had a box, an American Standard, toilet, and it was all boxed up or whatever. And on the side it says, "Can flush an entire basket or bucket," right? Can it flush an entire bucket of golf balls? And I thought, why would that be a thing?
It was like a marketing thing on the box, right? Like, it's so powerful. This is the toilet you want to buy.
A bucket of golf balls. And then we heard from Project Pat.
Yes,
Project Pat.
He said that American Standard toilets are the best compared to others. Based on my kids filling and having to plunge other brands, he's never had to plunge golf ball toilets. He calls them golf ball toilets in his comment back to us.
Thank you.
But I loved, the only way to refer to this other guy that commented on it too is the dad. That's how he signed it.
He signed it from the dad.
The dad.
I don't know about golf balls, but my golf game has been in the crapper many times. But that's what I need right there. Do we have a but
I don't think so.
I think I do.
You do? How do you know?
Here we go. Ready? Here's a but
Okay.
Yeah, I think it went.
Okay.
All right. I probably should wear headphones, by the way.
Right.
All right.
Okay. When I said in yesterday's show, that I did not want to pick up a tree frog, right? I was helping my hot firefighter boyfriend, Pat, with his remodel project.
Right.
And we were moving all the debris for a dump run. We were putting everything in the dump trailer. And there was a lot of living bugs and frogs and things in this pile. And Pat picks up the frog. I'm like, don't even Don't even.
Right.
And I made the comment, God gave me girls for a reason. Like, there's a reason that I got girls.
And that was so you don't have to pick up frogs and bugs and stuff
and
like
my
that.
girlfriend Ashley texted me as soon as she had listened to the episode
Mm-hmm.
and said, girl.
Really, girl. G-U-R-R-R-L.
I mean,
girl.
like it was girl. My daughters pick up snakes and frogs and all the things.
So she was calling you a wimp.
Basically, like, buck up, Jen. And I think she was also pointing out that just because you're a mom of girls does not mean that they don't do all those things too. And you're right. Just this mom
Do you remember
does
that?
not.
There was an old song by Jim Stafford called Spiders and Snakes. Remember that one?
No.
I don't like spiders and snakes.
Yeah.
But that ain't what it takes to love me. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Anyways, that basically was saying it was basically saying the same thing. It's like, hey, you don't give your girlfriend a gift of a spider or a snake.
Well, yes, and she's saying just
okay.
don't make generalizations. Just because you have girls doesn't mean that girls don't do those things. And
Right.
you're absolutely right. Just this girl doesn't.
Just this girl
And
doesn't.
thankfully, my daughters weren't totally into that either.
We asked yesterday, and man, the
Good.
response on this. The
I
response
love
on this.
it. That's crazy. We love that you are interacting with us and connecting with us. Thank you.
Yes, the cabinet above your fridge, that vast wasteland sometimes, the cabinet above your fridge, and you posed the question, what's up in there? And I was like, I don't even know. I'm going to have to go look. And you had to go look as well.
I know. I knew.
Okay.
I know what's up there because I actually go up there on the semi-regular because, Can I tell you why?
Please.
What's up there is vases, and my hot firefighter boyfriend Pat is very good about bringing me some flowers every once in a while, and so I get up there and I buy myself flowers too. You know this,
Right?
So I'm often in that cabinet. So it has the home, like the owner's manual for the home because we rent, and then vases, and then some paper plates and a popcorn maker.
Okay. Mine was not nearly that exciting.
What was yours?
What do we have up there? A couple of vases, or are they vases? Is it a vase if it's not that nice, and a vase if it's super nice?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's however you want to say it. If you want to try to be bougie.
Vases are up there. There's a cheese cutting board, a charcuterie board, and then a fondue maker.
You have a fondue maker?
You never invited me over for a fondue party?
Well, no. Now that I know that, I might borrow yours.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
No problem. That's what we had, and I had to actually go and look to find out what was in there.
Kurt, so did other people.
Yes.
In fact, where was it? Kurt and I had a great time reading through these comments. We were laughing
true.
out loud at some of them.
There were so many. We've actually put them in categories here.
Many people use that space as their alcohol cabinet, their
Yep.
liquor cabinet.
That was Jeff and Stephanie and Jody, for example.
Kiera, Jessica, Reagan, and Jennifer.
Yeah.
Good job, you
All
guys. We're
said
coming over to your
alcohol.
house for a little liquor party.
My
'cause
sister Jody piped in. My sister Jody Lynn.
Yeah?
And she said, I don't even have a cupboard up there. It's a wine rack, and it's full. Does that count?
Yeah.
The wine rack above the fridge.
Yeah, it counts.
All right.
I think it's because, that space is, for many, unless you're very tall, inaccessible. So you have to go out of your way
Right.
to get the step stool and then go up there.
And even if you're tall, so in my case, the
It's
fridge sticks out
deep.
this far. You got to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So things that you don't use very often, like china, serving platters, mixing bowls,
That's
party
what,
hosting stuff.
Who
Many
had that
people.
in their cabinet
many.
of the fridge? So many.
Yeah, so I'm going to name some of them because we really appreciate you listening. Rita, Shirley, Amy, Gina, Kim, Sherry, Lily. There's another Amy.
Another Amy.
Miriam, Pauline, Monica. And then there's people that made some comments.
I love this. Yeah.
Okay?
Corey said, I had to move a few things to get to the cupboard, and I found a coffee maker, ice cream maker, fondue set, and a teapot. She found all that stuff, but I had to move a few things to get there. And then Laura, she added to her list of things that she also used that space to hide treats from the kids.
Well, and Brittany also had commented that she uses that space to put things out of reach that she has taken away from her kids, like the iPad.
That's where it goes.
So they cannot reach it and they don't know where it is.
And
It's
hopefully they
double.
won't try, that's when that's a challenge. I'm going to get up on the counter and up on a box and I'm going to get it. Don't do that, kid.
A lot of people use it as cookbook space to hold cookbooks. Sandra, Kelly, and Kathy, who admit she hasn't used cookbooks in years thanks to the internet.
Right. And some of the fun ones, well, these are all fun.
All
but,
of them are fun. I love it. And I love that people had to get up in their cabinet to even see.
Heather has said, you know what she keeps up there? The blueprints to our house and every manual to everything we've ever owned.
Since the year 2000.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you can dump those now.
I have
Do you have?
I have a drawer that has all those.
I do too. And here's the deal with that. I believe that we can dump that because you can just go to the internet and look up owner's manual for whatever it is.
And this is from 1922, but how many things do you have that old?
But
right?
here's what I didn't know.
What's
so Pat will sometimes look up owner's manuals, usually for vehicles or mechanical things.
Right.
And you have to buy them.
Sometimes you do, yes.
You knew that? I was shocked. I'm like, what?
There's websites that do nothing but have manuals, and so they charge you.
That was a new thing that I learned.
Yeah, people trying to make
while
money.
dating Project and hot firefighter boyfriend Pat.
How about the people that said, you know what, there's nothing up there, which I think you're going to say, it's just a waste of space. But Bong, Heather said there's nothing up there, and then Bong said, you know what's up there? Dust bunnies, extra large dust bunnies.
Yeah.
Use that space for something.
You may as well.
Right.
You may as well. Well, Randy also said he had no idea. He's like, I had no idea it was up there. And because of this post that you put, I looked there and there was one Ziploc bag and
the Scooby-Doo party banner. Wonder what kid's birthday that was from, when they were like 5?
You had to explain. Yeah, probably. He has 3 boys. I do know that.
What do I have to explain?
Well, Jeffrey said he put a vacuum bag machine and all the materials in there. What's a vacuum bag machine?
Wouldn't that be we call it the sucker? For the food saver, like a food saver.
Oh,
that sounds like it, right?
Okay.
Is that a vacuum bag machine and all the materials? That makes sense.
Okay,
and you
got
would keep that in the kitchen somewhere, I think. So.
Absolutely, yes.
But thank you for your suggestions, and
we love it. Seriously, when we have these questions, it helps our show too.
Absolutely, and it's
makes
still
us
posted.
fun.
So if you feel like you want to, I've got something I got to share with these guys.
Yes.
Feel free.
Okay. You told me this story. I'm a little freaked out by this, I have to say. But when we're bringing this up because I think it's important to know what's coming.
And this is AI again, which we always say AI, but it stands for artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Some people are like, what the heck is this AI?
Tell me all the things you know about this story that says that AI can now record and analyze everything you do on your computer. What?
This is a feature coming to Windows. A new feature, I guess. It records everything that you ever do on your computer, and it feeds it to artificial intelligence. They're calling this thing Recall, and it's being hyped as a way to retrace your steps. So this apparently, it allows you to quickly flip through all the stuff you've been doing on your computer online, through all your messages, inside apps, and even with video conferencing. But I always thought that they had the history thing to do that.
I don't understand this.
It says it's basically like a browser history, right? But it's just like a browser history on steroids, not to mention that everything is being analyzed by artificial intelligence. That to me says analyzed by artificial intelligence, that they're letting you know that, we just talked about fondue makers.
Yeah.
So the AI is like, ooh, I'm going to send advertisements to Jen.
As if there's not already enough of that happening.
That's what I kind of think the analyzing by artificial intelligence means.
I'm going to ask my friends who work at Microsoft. Randy and Miriam, I'm going to be calling you.
The concern about this, of course, is, and my thing as well, is like, at what point do you say, you know what, it's enough. There's enough things that are already, yes, I'm aware we're being watched every time we leave the house. Or you go online, it's being watched. So what's the point in saying, hey, here's a way to be even more, I guess they'll say it's convenient.
I feel like it's like the Peeper AI, right? Because so Microsoft already has the AI Copilot, which I think helps you. What is that? I don't even know the difference.
This
like
Recall,
there's AI Copilot, and then there's this.
Maybe this is a step up from that, because apparently this Recall, which we're talking about here, works in tandem with Microsoft's Copilot.
All right. I have questions. I have more questions that I will get answers to. And
I believe, though, it's not going to be automatically added to your computer. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. But
you have to put it in there?
You know what? I will check and double check the story. The good thing is this will not randomly be added to your machine in an update. To get it, you need to purchase the new Copilot Plus PC's chips. Well, then this is not...
So you choose that. You can choose it. All right. So it's not... I was thinking it was automatically going to come as part of your Microsoft Office products or suite or whatever they call it.
When you hear
360.
Recall in the future, that's what that is, and you may or may not be interested.
Now you know. Recall is the AI that will serve up more ads to you, maybe?
Yeah.
It will help you. It will help you.
I don't think it's that much of a convenience, frankly. It's like, I'm dying for this thing. It will help you. Talk about the hotel.
Okay. What's something you do in the hotel room that you never do at home? I read this, and before even reading this article, I'm like, I jump on the bed. When I go to a hotel room, one of the first things me and my girls do, and I make it very clear, like, you can't do this at home.
Right.
We jump on the bed.
And this is
It's
under,
it's so
I'm going to
fun.
read the headline again because it may have gotten lost. What is something you do in a hotel room that you never do at home? So Jen Pirak,
What do you do?
you know what? This would not have even caught my eye because I don't know that there's anything that I do in a hotel room that I don't do at home. You know what it would be? Probably if I ate something and crumbs hit the floor, I just leave them.
Okay.
Well,
I'm going to go
that's
through.
not very
I'm going to go
exciting,
through
I
this.
know.
Wear robe and slippers.
You wear robe and slippers at home.
You wear robe and slippers at home?
I'm
You
wearing
do?
slippers right now. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love wearing slippers, especially, hold on,
Oh, man.
if they're real cute, pink and fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
I love
I'm
them.
not going to show mine. They don't look like that.
Mine are getting old. I need to replace.
How
but I
about
can't find shoes.
it's one of the things that people said was watch cable TV. I would watch cable TV in a hotel room, but I would not do that at home.
Because people stream at home.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Oh, this is like, I have no choice but to watch cable TV.
Well, maybe.
Okay.
Blast the AC until it's 58 degrees. Eat a full dinner in bed.
Nice, yeah.
Would you do that? I don't like eating in bed. It's uncomfortable and it gets crummy.
It's a little tough.
Fill an entire bucket with ice when you only need 4 ice cubes. Oh, read the Bible because it's in the drawer.
No, I want to go back to the ice
Okay.
cubes. It's like, wouldn't you always just fill up the ice bucket because you're going to have some ice for later? Who would go and just say, I want 4 ice cubes?
I don't know.
All right.
Read the Bible. They still have them in the nightstand.
How about the people using a towel as a bath mat
Okay, so I do that too.
at home?
No, not at home. I do it at the hotel room because sometimes they don't have a bath mat.
And sometimes it's hard to distinguish what is the bath mat and what is the towel.
Agreed.
So just throw
Usually
something
it's a
on the
lot
floor.
smaller. It will not wrap around my whole body.
Stop. I'm not. You know what? Don't even.
You're calling me fat.
I didn't say a thing. How about take really long showers?
I do that at home.
Yeah, I do that at home too.
I'm like, why wouldn't you?
There's a few more things. Look at the smoke detector and wonder if there's a hidden camera in there.
I've never thought to do that.
That thought is in your head. That's not good.
It is.
You know
Is that
what?
a thing?
If people want to see me naked, they can just ask. Because nobody does. I actually think you know what I would do? I would go over. It's to say that there was. I would not check to see. I would not check to see if there was a camera in there. I would go over and dance in front of it, like, "Hey, if there's a camera, check this out."
You're saying that if anyone asked to see you naked, you'd just be like, sure, you can see me naked and start
I
undressing.
suppose it depends on the location.
So funny. I would never.
right.
I would never.
Okay, there's the things that. Yes, I don't dance. I don't look around my house for hidden cameras. I know where they are, but I would still probably
You have
dance
hidden
naked.
cameras in your house?
No, not hidden cameras. They're
The Ring.
yeah.
Okay.
And there's a couple cameras outside that came with, I don't know, whatever we signed up for. Maybe with Ring. But
Do you want to talk about last night? What I did last night?
I think that we should. I think it's well, unfortunately, a lot of people have that going on.
Well, so I went to dinner at a friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, she actually listens all the time.
Thanks, Amanda.
Yeah. So I went to dinner at her and Dan's house, and there's other friends there, and 3 of the 5 of us there are unemployed.
That's a lot.
So let me back up by just saying this was not a bummer dinner. We did not get together because we were unemployed, although we did make it creative in that we're not spending any money. You have to bring something that you already have in your house.
Okay. Good idea.
To share with others.
And if there is one, I don't want to say it's an upside, but if there's a silver lining about the fact that both of us are unemployed since April Fool's Day, which was a weird day to become unemployed. But the silver lining is that it does make you say, okay, what do I absolutely need and what can I do without a little
Agreed.
bit? And,
Yes.
Although that frustrates me because I was like, I don't want to have to watch what I buy.
And it was right. I don't either.
But we have to for the time being, at least.
We do.
So
and
3 of the 5 people
Yes.
were unemployed.
Yes. And so we were just talking about how, excuse me, that we're all experienced people in our field.
Right.
And employers don't want to pay for experience anyming
Well, that's a
because
tough
it's
one.
the money part, right?
And that's
why we got let go ultimately.
Yeah, it was. And that's and so I'm not well, I kind of am being devil's advocate here because I understand when the economy is tough, they're going to say, well, my company A, is not making the money that it used to. So, but we need to hire an employee. So where do you find the balance of, okay, Jen is super experienced. She knows this, and this, and has years of experience with, promotions and marketing and on air and stuff like that. Versus here's somebody that doesn't have really any experience, but we can train them and pay them a lot less.
Right.
I see both sides. Of
Or
course,
the experienced person can train someone, and then once they're trained, they can let go of the experienced
well, hopefully that
person.
doesn't happen. Yeah, but it's. I know it's a big challenge right now, and certainly it's a little eye opening now that we've been looking for work as well.
It was. I mean, Dan is on the, well, I mean, I feel like I'm older too, right? He's on the older side and he got let go of his job and he's just like, people do not want to pay me for all the experience I have. They're like, you have too much experience.
Right. And the
not
balance
gonna
is
hire
tough
you.
with that because if they say, let's just say, here is actually a great example. When I, over the years at Star 101.5, I actually did mornings 3 times.
Right.
3 different times. The first time was with Leonard and Corrine.
Mm-hmm.
That was from like 2019 or 2018 to 2022, 21, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
We all got laid off for 5 months. And then I got the call and say, hey, we need to have somebody in here.
Duh.
Because the morning show is floundering. So, by that time, Lenny had already gotten a job. Corine's working as a producer for
So you did it
podcast.
solo.
So,
You did it solo.
And then that's when I was rehired. And this is true. I was rehired at about almost half of the salary I was making before.
That's crazy.
So I was left to...
But the bills aren't going, the
Exactly.
bills aren't decreasing.
So fortunately, my wife, Dana, has a full-time job as well, obviously, with benefits and everything. So I was able to say, well, I can either take my old job, essentially, at about half pay, or I can go do something else for that money that I don't enjoy. So it was, I mean, that made an easy decision. Plus I figured, okay, over time I can, get raises or maybe get back to the salary I was at. Of course, that didn't work out, but that's okay. Anyway, the point being, you live your life.
Is the point.
You live your life and you get to a point where, we have house payments, we have car payments, you have kids in college or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's just not, I don't think that that's considered when somebody says, okay, well, we've got this job opening. I've got a 54-year-old person that I can hire, or I've got a 25 or 30-year-old person I can hire.
And they can probably hire the younger one for a lot
cheaper. And I don't
cheaper,
fault
so
the young
there
people,
we go.
for doing that. I mean, or for being there. They want to work as much as we
Yeah.
do. So anyway, we'll keep you informed on our job search.
It wasn't supposed to be a bummer. It was just an interesting conversation, really. And if you're looking for a job right now, we empathize with you because it's not an easy task. It is not easy to find a job that you think that you're going to love,
right,
and that pays the bills.
And I think that's why a lot of people get to that semi-retired point. It's like, well, I'll do this job because it's got good benefits. That's another thing, It's like
the benefits. I'm working for the benefits. Yeah. So, sometimes you got to do that.
I'll just go be a greeter at
Walmart.
Sure.
I mean, if that's what you want to do,
that's not my point.
That's what will make you happy. All right,
this
Curt,
makes me happy. Doing the podcast.
I know this
makes
is
me
fun.
happy.
I do love it. It brings me great joy. Okay, Curt, you posed this question to me this morning when I first got here, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Let's ask about this.
I'm not sure exactly how to phrase
because this is based on personal experience that you had actually yesterday.
Here's the thing. I was going to purchase an item. It doesn't matter what it was, and it wasn't like, oh, I should talk it over with my wife first. That was not a problem at all. But I went and got it. I picked up at Best Buy, and I'm driving home from there. And she said, "Well, why are you at Best Buy?" And I was like, "I came here to get this thing." She's like, "Well, why didn't you let me know you were going there?" It's like, I don't know. I just thought it was to go get something, And so the question is, I think she thought I was being sneaky. Because I didn't say, hey, I'm going to go out to Best Buy and blah, blah, blah. Is that a thing?
Do you feel like it was that or that she was more curious? Just about what did you go to Best Buy for?
No, I mean, I told her and she knew we were going to end up getting that. I just think it was more like...
you went and got it without me.
Yeah. And so what else did you possibly buy? Or if I was there, I could keep you from getting an 85-inch screen.
Do you have to... Is that what you bought?
No. But
okay.
she would be concerned that I would say, I need that 85 inches. Yes. No.
Okay, so the question is what?
Do you always have to say, is it just a common courtesy to say, hey, here's what I'm doing today. I'm going to Fred Meyer. I'm going to Best Buy. I'm going to the grocery store and blah, blah, blah. Or if you go and do those things, are you going to get the 20 questions of why did you do that? What did you get? Why didn't you tell me? It's like, I'm not trying to be sneaky. I guess that's what I'm asking. Was I in the wrong for just going and doing that without saying we're going to go?
That's interesting.
When I say we, I mean
there's
me
so
and the
many
dog.
directions that can go because I think it's circumstantial.
And that's how I posed it was like, is this a thing? Does this happen to people where they get in trouble because you went there without me?
Well, you know what? Give us your feedback. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. We want your feedback on what your thoughts are around that whole
one more thing about
dilemma.
That. How about a special restaurant?
Okay.
If Pat called and said, yeah, we went to such and such, you're like, well, that's our place. Me and the guys went there.
Oh, yeah.
Would that be a thing?
No, I don't No.
That's our
I mean, here's
place.
the thing. Here's where it would be a thing. Well, we should talk. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow.
Okay,
it will
let's
be
do
a
that.
thing, but let's make sure. So it's the restaurant thing. Like if you go to a restaurant without your person, if
That's
it's a
your special
thing.
restaurant, or
And do
you
you
go
tell your partner
shopping.
everything?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Like that. I like it.
Let us know. Let us know what you
Please.
think. In the meantime, have a great day. Make good choices. Find joy. Spread kindness.
And we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening.